Hi, peoples. Let's draw this. Hi, everybody. So someone made a little comment and said something about anime hair, and I thought maybe I could. Ooh, am I in the middle of my book? Hold up. Did I finally make the middle? I see the binding. Ooh, look at that. I got so much crap on my desk right now. It's ridiculous. Because I am by no means a neat artist. So someone said something about anime hair, and I thought I would go ahead and give it a go of quote teaching how to draw anime hair. So this is my attempt at that. So very quickly, I'm going to time lapse just a couple of head things. Probably going to maybe try to do 3. So now, start off with the simple one that I know. My character, my main OC that I usually draw, has bangs. She also has cat ears that kind of like show off a little bit of like fuzzies. So I'm going to add those in. But this is my main character and how I draw her hair. So her hair starts off with her bangs. And she has this kind of like really thick, rounded thing that like kind of breaks off as it goes back up. And then it kind of comes into these curved spikes. So usually when you're drawing anime hair, a lot of times with bangs, it's kind of like curved little rounded things. They can be fat, they can be thin. Really depends on how you want your character to look. So, and I kind of try to make her look a little symmetrical, but at the same time, it's okay if she doesn't come out symmetrical, because in my mind, her hair isn't going to sit the same every single time. Hold up. Okay. Trying to like keep my microphone near and keep, stop going on with my phone at the same time. So her hair does this. Since she has little cat ears, I give her little tufts of hair coming out of her ears. Her name is Neko. I named her when I was 12. 14? How old was I? I might have been 13. We'll say 13. It's just get it between. So I usually go a little bit above my headline because your hair has volume. So it's always good to go above your headline just a little bit, not too high, because then it's going to look like your head's kind of huge. And I usually give like a little bump there. Sometimes you'll see people draw in like an extra thing for like the bang line. You can do that. I don't typically do that for this character because her hair is black, but So then she has these two like things of hair, 2 sections of hair that come down in front. And again, those spikes. If you've ever seen Yu Hakusho, this is kind of based off of that type of hair stuff because I was really into it when I was younger. So Neko may have been created because of Yu Hakusho. These I kind of don't usually keep even. They kind of come up and go in this almost like flat S motion. And then the hair behind always ends up being super fluffy. And I'm going to leave some space here for that. I might move that one down. And her hair kind of varies in length depending on when I'm drawing it. But as it's going into the back, it kind of goes in that kind of motion just to kind of show us why I didn't want to go too much of a thing. But also, you usually have hair, because it's rounded, you would have hair come around in the front that is showing as it kind of goes back. So technically, I could put all of that in like a little bit of a shading. And I'm just kind of throwing my pencil down real quick just to kind of show that it's like back there. And that is how I draw my main character's hair. Her face is a bit of angle, that's okay. Okay, so we have our base thing. And I realized my voice wasn't recording on my computer. Yeah. So let's think, maybe do a middle part. So I have seen in some animes where the hair kind of like comes up and you get like your hairline going. So sometimes people establish their hairline first. And if you look at your own hairline, it does kind of come up and go back. And usually comes off behind what we know as the ear section. This is not the best setup, unfortunately. One day I will figure out a better setup. But today is not that day. I'm gonna give another ear there. So if that is my hairline, that is something I'm going to want to try to follow. So if I gave like these big old maybe kind of waves in her hair, if I'm doing a wave, then I'm kind of sticking with this almost S shape. And then I'm going to follow that type shape that I just did. But as I'm going down to my end part of the hair, I'm going to get thinner and smaller as I meet up with that curl. And I think the last one should be Sailor Moon because I love Sailor Moon. Obviously. So, let's do that again on this side. I'm going to just do that because that line is making me think like it's a 3/4 view, and it's not a 3/4 view. It's supposed to be dead on. So, big ol' S-type shape. You just kind of go into like a wave, and then as you're coming down on that other side, you get thinner. You can change the variation of it, but that's kind of how I go about it. Not that what I'm doing is correct. That hairline we can kind of get rid of a little bit because technically you wouldn't need it. You wouldn't see it anymore. I'm going to leave this here though because that hair kind of goes up and over. And I'll show you what I do here in a second. So we're going to keep it in like a pony. So again, we go above the headline. And kind of go around the head to give it a bit of a, volume. And if it's a high pony, maybe we see that scrunchie. I wear a lot of scrunchies. They don't hurt my hair as much. I'm gonna kind of calm that down a little bit because it's pulled back. And then usually if I'm doing some kind of pony, I usually give like a little tuft of hair that sticks out, especially if it's like a layered hair, but you kind of give it a little poofy. Depending on your length, you might not see it behind. Maybe it's just there. Maybe it stops right here. Who knows? But usually it would kind of come off and go into a point almost, depending on the hair. Almost looks like a tail. It's a ponytail. Use my eraser here because I'm tired of my pencil shavings. Whee! Alright. So we got the basic form down for this. Again, don't need those guidelines we're there, and if there's something that the hair is hiding, like an ear, we can erase it that way. My ear, it's not even. Oh no. She got lopsided ears, man. Why? Okay. We're panicking again. So, if it was a longer ponytail, it might end up being like there. If it was a curly ponytail, you would get more curlicues. And the last one. Let's do kind of like, oh, let's do buttons. Let's do space buttons. And I'm going to go back to all three of these here in a second. So, hold on tight there, peoples. What kind of bangs should she have? Should it just be Sailor Moon hair? No, it's copying. Yeah, we will kind of mimic it, but we just won't do the long, like, ponies that she does. So, same idea with that hairline. Because Sailor Moon has these bangs that kind of come up and over. It's very common back in the day, guys. Curling your bangs. And they kind of continue over. I'm not even using a reference right now. Should be if I wanted to like mimic her like one for one, but honestly that's okay. And then you get like these spikies coming off of the top because hers gets sectioned. And hers is really high off her head, honestly. And I kind of hate it. And I'm looking at like what I'm drawing. So let me get rid of that. And I'm going to kind of go a little lower with it. We can't forget her ears. If her hair is up, we probably see ears, right? She's got really fluffy bangs, man. And again, all I'm doing is like this kind of motion over and over again. She got these little curlicues that come out. I love drawing those. And then her hair. So we can kind of give her a little bit more volume there because mostly we're seeing her bangs anyways. So you can kind of see the difference between like if I'm trying to draw somebody else's hair versus if I draw my own hair. Just depends on how you go about it. There's, again, no right or wrong way. So she has buzz buns that are super, super cute. But she also has like her hair going down. I'm not going to do that part. So when I do my spacey buns, I kind of section it off into different areas. Because it's a lot of hair rolled up. And it kind of, at least when I do my own space buns, kind of just looks like a big mess of hair. So you can always think of hair being in sections. You should always think of hair being in sections. And then kind of give it a little bit of dimension by adding just a little bit of a bump towards the bottom there. I think it looks cute. And then I usually add tiny hairs poking out of my little buns. Because at least for me, my buns are usually kind of messy and they're not perfect. Maybe not right there though. So. And now, I hear footsteps. I'm scared. For one, I'm going to sharpen my pencil because, yeah, it doesn't have to be sharp, but I like sharpening it. So shading and all that happy jazz. So what I did here was kind of a mess, and I should have never done that. But I was just kind of showing like this would be in the back. So definitely a difference. It's so weird. So for my little kitty girl, her hair is generally, actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna do shading speed done. So I gave you shapes. We're gonna speed this up. that was... I don't know why I'm using this voice thing if I can't, like, make sure that I am unhitting the pause button. But that was 3 different ways to get your hairstyle shapes. Again, by no means is this like a wrong or right way, like, thing to do, because that's kind of silly in my opinion. So hope you like, and maybe I'll be back with another one. Bye.